Hello everyone. Um, sorry, my name is Bronia. I'm going to be presenting to you our pitch deck of our AI project, the event diffusion-based large vision model for event advertising and promotion. So I'm sorry for the late start. My machine is kind of misbehaving, so I'm going to make the pitch deck kind of since this session involves a lot of information ranging from our target customers, um, our partners and how our product works and like that whole pipeline to delivering and how our future works we expect it to be. So briefly we have made I have made a product demo, like if you want to access for our system a fully online product which is working. If you want to access it, you can access it via this link on my YouTube channel. And purposely, as I had already informed you about the problem space and the purpose, this is just meant for event organizers and people who attend events. Events mainly this time round, we focused on tech events and maybe conferences for a start because of the limited data space we had and the limited resources. Given that we couldn't manage to input different events, let's say culture celebrations, congregations, to mention but a few. So we basically majored in events since in most cases personally I'm more into tech events and organizing. So I believe this product would just not help other event organizers or planners over there, even it can be obvious to me. So the core problem is the limited lack of efficient events or marketing and advertising means, or even modernized technology, whereby you really wanted to come up with an event poster, but let's say you've never held this event or this conference or this hackathon before. You don't and you want to explain to your sponsors or investors that this is how the event would look like, but you don't have a means how. So this tool comes in to help about that, help you generate any image of an event you could think about in a mere prompt to help you market whatever you're building. And then in this case, the most experienced, like the people who experience this most are event organizers and planners, or even event attendees. You've seen a poster, you've seen an advert, but you don't know what takes place in that advert. You really want to be part of it, but you don't know what takes place at that event. You don't know what is done in a hackathon, how is it? So we would really want to get a preamble of what you're going to sign up for. And this is how our large vision model comes in to help. So the essential part of it is like we already have event management systems in place that are already in place. Some of them, most of these tech communities have their systems already in place, but they lack this AI part of it. So this is why we came up with it, and that makes us a unique product. Yes, there are other panoramic virtual tours that are already in place. Like case in point, what we read about it was the Harvard campus virtual tour. But then our product here is a different view of this, whereby we measure on events Uganda and East Africa at large. So the measurable impact is the mobilization of effectiveness of AI-generated tours versus the traditional reminders. Primary stakeholders, as I had said, the developers or companies, because we have an API outlet where we help use developers integrate products into their systems, already existing systems. And then the secondary stakeholders would be the event organizers, institutions, related developers, mentioned but a few, and then data suppliers, etc. etc. One of our data sources, we literally didn't have an original data set or an online data set. We had to come up with this from scratch. Since it's one of the unique products, it has not been on market yet. Like it's an innovation. So we managed to gather, I and with my group mates, we made a thorough research and deep of any tech events that have already happened, and we curated that data, event images, and sessions, and came up with a data set which is made up of images. So that was the whole pipeline. We collected, processed, cleaned, and stored, and later used that data to train our model. So basically, as I had already said, on our solution architecture, the description is like it's a diffusion-based model for generating event and conference images from prompts. Like we fine-tuned the stable diffusion 1.5 on the curated or evaluation images and prompt pairs. Like we made a metadata of our data set, and then since this learns from natural language prompts, that's what enabled us to do that and come up with a complete product. Basically, the algorithm it uses is a transformer-based and a stable diffusion, and it inputs prompts and outputs and output, and its output is a promotion and short event to a sequence. That's how we get it to be. And the question number 3, how the AI generates its insights. It's given a text prompt describing an event type of venue mood branding. It generates photorealistic, contextual, accurate images. All that is done if you to go through our video demo for our product, you're going to see how this is done. And it does it, and anyone who would like to integrate our system, this is a workflow we generated. It can be run using Docker as long as the host machine has an NVIDIA GPU. And if there is no access, the group we have created a workaround notebook. It's on our GitHub link. So where you can run and get the link which you're going to paste in our UI to enable you generate prompts in our chatbots. So basically that is it. And the basic evaluation metrics of this model of ours, its success is measured through the fine-tuned stable diffusion 1.5 on event images. Like if we give in a prompt and then it gives us an image, that's how we gauge its success, how the quality of the image is, how realistic is the image, let it not be biased, and to go on and so on. So the unfair advantage is, I had already said, what makes us unique is according to our research, we haven't seen any product that does what we are doing. So we came up with something unique, which we believe it's an innovative initiative. And that's what we can say basically. The fact that we had to go on getting data set from scratch, we believe no one, okay, people can, but no one has done that before, and to come up with such a product. So its strength is gained from retraining it from different events. That's what it's on our roadmap, different events and different images to come on board. And this model, we hope it to sustain its long-term differentiation from like to build an expansion of the data set to more event types and lighting conditions so that it brings out clearer images than what it is doing right now, given the rightful resources and support. The channel distribution is from that is how I had already explained before. It runs using Docker, and how it gets to. We have an API and the chatbot UI to interact with the model, and we believe to partner with the university itself, NGOs or tech communities there who organize events basically, or any event planners who would want to organize. So one of the revenue streams is since this is a software as a service, which it tends to, with time it will be software as a product. It's software as a service and software as a product at the same time, given the fact that it has the API product for developers and then the service for that UI chatbot prompting. So that is how we plan to gain revenue from like subscriptions. And then also, since it's a chatbot, we can put premium features that makes like premium users can pay for to get analytics and to get more extended time to prompt to get more prompts, okay, in short. And then sponsors maybe who'd like to onboard our product in their already system and to buy our idea is how again to we plan to get revenue systems. And then the key resources, we may need the engineers. We have done most of the work ourselves for our journey during our first prototyping, but if this product needs to be a success, then we would need other added experiences to make this a whole big production or innovation. Then then technical infrastructure, we need the cloud storage. Right now we're using a crane cloud, though we would need extended features for us to gauge and gain more power on the computing market. We use the NVIDIA GPU, but this is kind of limiting us because our product, for it to be a fine-tuned and working right model, to be able to read logos, to be able to bring out something reasonable, we would literally need more paid services of these tools. So, and then the data infrastructure where we did the data labeling, as I said, to come up with a CSV file for our metadata. And then the financial resources, we haven't input more of the finance. We use the open source free services that are on the market, and like they can be accessed for free, but they are not giving us like 100% what we would like or what we wanted it to look like. And so the main activities that we did, it was of course data acquisition, model training and deployment. And then we engineered our UI, then conducting the AI audits. Of course, from the look of our product, it's not all the best because of the lack of the resources. If we believe if we could get more resources, it could be better from what we need. And then customer focused activities like technical support and community building. And then any need to test our product by the end users or like the event sectors. That would be of great use. Key partners, technology partners, we use Current Cloud to deploy this UI part of our product. And then we managed to come up with API platforms like Docker and then research labs, then data partners, because we believe we could work with tech communities, event organizer communities to come up with more data or get more feedback from them. Ethical oversight partners, we would like to acknowledge our supervisor or our lecturer, Dr. Marvin Galiwango, who has been nurturing this project us to build this project from the start up to where it has reached now up to this first prototype. This might not be the first prototype. We had the first prototype. This is like the second prototype. And then we believe we could work with partners of telecoms and fintech platforms or in e-learning. And if we could get investors or accelerators to venture or mentor us as this product grows, it would be better. Roughly, what we could ask one of the of the of the cost structures, we managed to structure this that this is the bare minimum, like this is the minimum we can have. Of course, data costs here we've been like in-house data collection because this is the cheapest we can have for $5,000. Then infrastructures, you can see the prices. So all in total, I managed to calculate it to $85,000 for the minimum costs to make this a market viable product for early stages. Yeah, so that's us. Ethics and compliance, governance responsible teams, and of course for the interaction, marketing and innovation, this is all cooperated to our group team, which is Vengana, Jim Junior, Simon Peter, Wanavana Bronia. And we managed to come up with this innovation. It is the first of the kind, and our code is open sourced on GitHub. the GitHub link as before. These are team contributions. We divided the tasks to ensure that a smooth running and the product development till the end, whereby Jim, Mr. Bengana Jim worked on the model training and the deployment till the end. And Brunia, who is me, I worked on data collection, data formation, the EDE, and then the project management to run to see what is lacking and to make sure that it is at least somewhere it is supposed to be. Then our group leader, Simon Peter, he was working with me on the dataset formation, the EDE, and he's also a group leader and also helped Jim on the model training. So we invited these tasks to come up with this. So all in all, I can say thank you for listening. So this is it. If you have any question about this project, you can comment on this or ask in the comment section. Now we shall be able to reach out to you to answer. This is our GitHub repo. Thank you for listening to our page.